Hi, this is Troy from Hitting It Solid. Thanks for watching. Would you like to know the backswing fundamentals that make up a great backswing? In this next video, I'm going to show you 5 backswing fundamentals, and the 5th one you've probably never heard of that will really supercharge your backswing. Sound good? Keep watching. Okay, let's go through these 5 backswing fundamentals that make up a great backswing that you can incorporate into your own game. So the very first one, very common I see getting done incorrect all the time, is having lack of hip turn in your backswing. So if I'm set up to a ball here, and I'll show you this from a couple of different angles. If you were just to make a turn like this and not move your hips at all, and throw your arms like that, you can see there I haven't made anywhere near enough turn in my backswing. That's all because these hips haven't turned when I make my backswing. Try to turn those hips I normally aim for about 45 degrees. If you lack flexibility to be able to do that, don't be afraid to lift that left heel off the ground to help you get that little bit of extra hip turn. But I like to have those hips turn, and that's a real fundamental. It looks something like this. Get those hips turning to help improve your backswing. So that's the first fundamental. I'll show you that from down the line actually, give you another look at it. This is lack of hip turn, and this is with hip turn. And you can see the difference there, get a much better turn. The next one is getting that left shoulder under the chin in your backswing. Another problem golfers run into, make a swing like this. You can see my left shoulder is way out here somewhere. Aim to get your left shoulder under your chin. It helps you get a better turn and improves your backswing. Really simple move. So as I make my turn, left shoulder under the chin. Okay, that's another really simple but powerful move you can practice. The next one is getting that lead shoulder low and that right shoulder high. I did a video on this recently. This helps you get a much better backswing play and actually fixes an inside takeaway as well. I'll show you from this angle here. This is another really key backswing fundamental. If you turn and get really flat backswing like that, where your shoulders are fairly level, you run into a lot of problems in your swing. So what you want to aim to do as we make our swing, feel like that lead shoulder is getting low and the right shoulder getting high. So the shoulders are more tilting down towards the ground. That helps get your swing on a really good plane. This is a really powerful backswing move. So let's do one. Nice bit of tilt there. And that's another really key backswing fundamental. That's number 3. Now the 4th one for me is, this is something I struggled with excuse me, for years, and that's getting that lead wrist flat at the top of your backswing. And that really helps you get a great transition into the rest of the golf swing. And what I mean by that is, this angle will show it best. As we make our turn, I like to get that lead wrist pretty flat at the top. I don't want it in this position here super cupped. That's where a lot of slicers get into problems and really damages your swing. So you really want to try to get that left wrist, that lead wrist as flat as possible. A little bit of bowing's okay, but try and get it nice and flat. That will really help out your game, especially if you're someone that slices, has troubles coming over the top really steep. Get that lead wrist flat at the top, and that is really going to help you out there. Now here's the 5th one. Now this is something I wasn't taught growing up playing, but it's a really powerful backswing move that does amazing things for your golf game. So get up out of your chair and practice this. You don't need a club. It's really going to help you out. So if I'm set up to a ball here, and this is all about the right leg here, what you want to be avoiding is when you make your backswing is doing this sort of move. sort of swaying and getting too much weight over on this rear side, unless of course you're a long drive competitor where they're trying to get maximum force. But for the rest of us, we don't want to be sliding too far over that rear side in our backswing. We want to be making more of a centered turn. So with this rear leg, what you want to be thinking is having it go more back when you make your backswing. So if I'm set up here, you'll see here, if I pause there, have a look what my rear leg's done. It's almost angled back at me. I'm making more of a centered turn. I'm putting pressure into that left instep and the instep to my right foot, but I'm making more of a centered turn. You'll see here, it's not going over like this. The hips are just moving back like that. So I'll show you from this angle. See how the hips move back? They're not moving this way, they're moving back. This is a really powerful backswing move, something I was never taught, and you don't see a lot of videos on it. But if you look at the pros, I've seen Rory doing this, Rory McIlroy, where they've drawn a line up against his rear leg, and when he makes a swing, you'll see he doesn't actually break that line because his hips are working more back. It's a really powerful backswing move. I know if you practice this, will really help you out. So there you have it. That's the 5 backswing fundamentals. Practice all of those at home. You don't need to be hitting balls to do that. You can practice them even inside your house. Once you get comfortable with that, move up to the range and then start hitting really short shots. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments about that, please let me know. I'm happy to help you out. I'll see you next time. Click and watch the video on your screen now. It's going to go into more detail about this back leg in the backswing to really help you make an efficient backswing. If you want to learn how to play amazing golf, subscribe to the channel now. If you have any further questions or comments, please let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.